Put some on. You want to put somebody out there?
You don't own the rights to this music. So we ain't tag that in there, do we?
Yeah.
Can we say it? If we say it, would it be the same as us writing?
No, I don't think so.
No. Well, just wait for the view.
All right, let our viewers get up a little bit, you know. Live and direct from Tottenville TV, baby. Look, everybody come on in. Yeah, everybody come on in, y'all. This is gonna be a good interview right here. If anybody watching, who are watching, this is gonna be a real good interview. Pay attention. Keep your ears and eyes open at this interview, because it's gonna be some real good stuff in this interview that y'all probably can use if y'all are into building construction with people in society. So pay attention to this video if you want to get out the trenches. This is definitely an avenue. It's definitely a door open right here. So just give us a few minutes. We're gonna put a little music on. We got Lamont Brown, Coaches the Mogul, right here on Tottenville TV. You Google any of that, you can get us. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta do much. We just can say our name, and that's the focus. We want all of y'all young, ambitious niggas finding avenues to reach, is that your name become valuable. You know, make your name valuable. Your name, whatever name you can be called from, make it be valuable to the point that you can Google it and you can find all your accolades and your everything about you. You know what I'm saying? Be at the top of that list. You know, get the blue check on your name. Work on that. This is a little advice I can give, is that work on making your name be valuable enough that when you put it in, it become at the top of Google. When you say it, people know exactly who you're talking about. You know, fancy yourself. Fancy yourself. Fancy your name, not just yourself. Yeah. Lamont Brown, Limelight Records, King's Eye Vision,
Envision Worldwide,
Envision Worldwide, branding for Coaches the Mogul, branding on everybody. Y'all need branding, y'all need to tap in right now. If y'all know somebody that need branding, y'all need to get them tapped in. If you know somebody need promotion, if you know somebody that needs some consultations, y'all need to tap in right now. To be a real important time for y'all to tap in right now. What the young boys say? Real talk. No cap. What? Look, I'm telling you the truth. Whatever. Old school say, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Hey, my hang. All that, whatever tag you want to put on it, that's what it is. Hey, my hang. If I'm lying, I'm dying. No cap. Real talk. Lamont Brown on the scene tonight, and y'all need to turn your TV on. Y'all need to turn Tottenville TV on. And if you don't got that app, if you ain't subscribed to it, we're going to be selling it after a while, so you better get it for free right now. Is that right? Cuz, you right? All right. All right. We're going to be getting into the music in a second. What I want y'all to do right now, everybody who watching, I see we got just 5 viewers at the moment, but they ain't just 5, they the top 5. Y'all top 5, go and share to everybody you know right now before we get started. Top 5, go share to everybody you know right now. We gonna see who that top 5 was. We got a little gift for y'all too, you know. We got a little gift for y'all. Them top 5, comment, I'm in top 5 in the comments. And we got a little gift for y'all. Oh, Mike Graves. Peace. My brother. That's right. All right, share that, Mike. You in the top 5. It's the top 4 now. Go on and share that. And push it to the people, man, because what we got here is something fruitful for the people. What we got? You got something coming up here?
Now you trying? We can jump on into it.
All right, we're gonna come back with the music later. What we're gonna do right now, we're gonna jump on into Tottenville TV, okay? Coming live and direct from the bottoms. Cochise the Mogul, Tottenville TV, your host with Lamont Brown. Tell them something. Tell them who Lamont Brown is.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm Lamont Brown, CEO of King's Eye Vision, Branding and Development LLC, COO of Limelight Records and Limelight Artist Management, and Marketing Advisor for Envision Worldwide. What's going on, everybody?
All right. All right. We ain't gonna be this friend of mine, also business partner of mine. So it don't take a lot for us to get into this interview. We're gonna jump straight into it, man. Um, one thing you offering the people. Get Tell them what you offering the people.
Basically, from the artist standpoint, we're looking at the branding factor. A lot of times, artists get out there into the market and they don't have a proper brand, brand representation, boiling down to the image, what they're doing with their looks, their style, how they're promoting themselves, different things of that nature. So we're offering them that service as pretty much like that first step before really getting into the grit of what your music consists of. We give that foundational piece because if you don't have a brand, you don't have nothing to market. If you don't have nothing to market, you can't make money off your music.
Right. So one thing I want to get into is I want the people to know the definition of brand and what it means, what branding means, because I felt like I knew what branding meant until we had the experience we had. So now I want you to project to the public what branding is exactly, so they will know. So if I was a young artist right now, and you had to tell me what branding is. Tell the public what branding is.
It's basically, overall your overall look, your image, what you present to the world. That product basically. So when you're dealing with a brand, you're dealing with a product. You are your business, and so with that, like your art as a barber, that's a brand. When you put good product out there, they recognize it because when people see a certain cut or something like that, and they ask, "Yo, who cut your hair?" Like, "Cheese cut my hair." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to speak for itself because people see it. We're visual creatures.
Right.
So if we see something that we like, that's what we go with. You
Right.
know, and we have to find out the core of what that is. So my job is to help you develop that core.
Right.
And then promote that and push that.
Okay. So what a brand to do is dress it up, make it real for them. A brand to dress it up and make it real for them. He bring to light the inner thoughts of he bring to light the inner thoughts of the artist. He bring to light the best parts of the artist, and he project them. So with myself and my experience, I can say he's doing a great job. You know, because when you bring to light the best parts of the artist does the art. They don't do the branding. And you can't do two things the best you can. You only can do one thing the best you can. You know, if you're an artist, you need to put your all into the art. And it's no way you're going to put your all into the art and the branding and the promotion and this and that. So it's best that you put 100% in one thing and you go ahead and you build up the finances to pay the people to put 100% in every other part of you, because you want 100% in every part. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true. But even with the branding aspect, like it's a root to everything. Like we have to know, and it's not just artists. It can be business owners, it can be anybody. But we have to know exactly who you are. What I'm saying? We have to get to that core of things. They have to know who you are, what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and we build a brand around that. What look are you going for? How do you want the people to perceive you? How do you want them to remember you? You know what I'm saying? And then you go through those steps.
Okay. Okay. Um, I guess the next thing I want to ask you is, give us a insight in your path, um, where you are now, what you are looking forward to in the future. What tell us a little bit about King's Eye Vision.
So King's Eye Vision was incorporated mentally. It was incorporated back in 2019. It actually came into business fruition October of 2020. Um, I was already doing photography. I was doing branding with Limelight Records, Limelight Artist Management. And, one thing about, the team over there at Limelight, our CEO, she stresses for everybody to incorporate their own brand in everything that they do. And so that's what led me to the point of saying, you know what, it's time to go ahead and get this going over here on my
Yeah,
own
yeah,
and pushing. But also with that, I had to know my lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when it came down to, I have a lot of artists hit me up like, yo, I need management. I need this. I need that. It's a lot of steps that you have to take before you reach that part from an
right.
artist standpoint and from my standpoint. You know, um, you have to master one thing first and
Hmm.
kind of maneuver. I didn't expect for it to be like it is now, as far as where I came from to where I am, because I started out in the mental health field.
Hmm.
Doing mental health, working at the radio station, things like that, and then it just increased over time. And I pretty much got in the lab and started to develop and learn what the craft was all about. My mentor Stephanie Cadigan, she really taught me a lot about
Right.
what it was to create and generate a brand for artists from the bottom up. So those it's a lot of components that go into that. So every day is still a learning curve. Um, I know I know more today than what I knew yesterday, so on and so forth. But it's a process to it all.
Right, right. Stephanie Cadigan, shout out Stephanie Cadigan, man. Limelight Records too. She was a mentor of my own. I reached out to her for teaching on management with my son, 40 Cal. Shout out 40. I went to her for help on management,
Hmm.
right? And I really wanted to hire her for management. And when I met her, we had dinner, and she basically told me I already was a manager anyway. And I felt that I ain't had the credentials. I'm like, I'm gonna go to somebody who had the credentials. And she immediately started telling me that you already got this. You know, all you need to do is do the right things. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? She already told me I had it. And I really appreciate Stephanie for her time that she put in with me, But she was moving so fast, man. She was moving so fast. She like a phoenix of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she like a phoenix, man. She don't play the radio. She don't have time to sit back and wait for people to take time and figure out the obvious, you know. So she moved on fast. But the part that she gave me was all I needed, and she knew that too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Stephanie Callaghan. Shout out Temples and Bridges. This is one of her products. She a mogul too. Um, but yeah, from that experience, I saw that, and I saw the way to do what I need to do. Um, I was lucky enough to be able to tap back in to you, and like you said, you was doing mental health before, and that's where me and you really came into contact after a lot of years.
Yeah. True.
Okay,
True. Because a lot of people don't know that journey prior to that. You know
right,
what I'm saying? Back in 2003, I got locked up,
right,
and, went, did my time. And, once upon doing that, it was a lot of trades and skills that I picked up, so when I came home, I tapped into the mental health field and I
right,
was helping a lot of individuals around here, from the mental health standpoint. And then I got the job at the radio station doing my own show. And through that, that's how I met Stephanie. And,
right,
she gave me that platform to help, with the development process. So I came in doing media prep and photography, and it just kind of excelled from there. And over the years, the past couple of years, I just learned the craft. And, it was just, it was something different. It's an experience.
right, right,
I got the opportunity to meet a lot of different people I didn't think I was going to meet. Um, been some places I didn't think I was gonna go.
Right.
But you know, it was just a process. You know, coming from where we come from, you know, we surround ourselves with a lot of people that don't even leave Caswell County.
Right.
You
So
know,
where you from? Tell them that, cause I already know. You know, it's I know a lot of people, man, and probably a lot of the people that's gonna be on these interviews. I may know them, whether they from across the country or wherever, but I have to keep in mind, y'all need to know. So tell them where you're from and how you was raised. Tell them about your family, your father. I know him too. You know what I'm saying? Give it all to them, Lamont. Give it to them, man. They
no,
need to know this.
no, Pelham, North Carolina, man, right there on the border, of Virginia, North Carolina. You know, Caswell County boy. Um, but like the upbringing, you know, I come from a two family home. Most everybody, you know, it's close knit, family oriented. Um, you know, my mother, my father, everybody, you know, they worked hard to really install certain values and principles, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not short term values and principles, long term values and principles, not just as being a person, but also how to develop and grow into being a man, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and those principles that you hold on to and that you pass on to generations to come, you know. So yeah, that's it.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I noticed you mentioned about 2003 mishap happened and
Hmm.
stuff, right? Um, 2003 to when were you able to surface the public again? Because they need to know that too.
Oh, from 2003 to 2019.
2003 to 2019. That's
Yeah,
like
it was a
15,
solid 15 years, 8 months.
a solid, not no getting out and going back in,
Nah, door to
none of
door.
that. And you know, one of the most one of the things that I recognized about you myself is that you got out, you hit the ground running, man, and you motivated me to get on my game because I've been out here in and out. I done some time too. The people know that. Um, the people that don't know me should be able to see that, you know. But I've been in and out, done some things. But to meet a brother who ain't been out none in that many years and see how hard he hit the ground running and accomplishing goals and pulling me along actually because he contacted me and motivated me and came to me for assistance on something that I really ain't feel I was capable to do. Be honest with the world. I ain't feel like I was capable to do it. You know what I'm saying? But he showed me I was capable to do it, and he one of the major reasons I'm sitting there looking at you right now on Tottenville TV. He one of the main reasons I'm pushing Coach Cheese to mogul because he pushed Coach Cheese to mogul without even being around me for 15 whole years, you know what I'm saying? Without formally meeting me before that, you know what I'm saying? He got straight out and pushed me like, yo, come on, I need your help with this mental health thing. I need the people of the city, and I need you to help me grab them so I can keep this career going right here, you know? And I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate
Yeah,
that,
most definitely.
you know. But I'm gonna go to the next thing. Being in there that much time, man. Anybody who been locked up over 2 years or 3 years, they know that this man is phenomenal. He gotta be phenomenal to get right out and get on top of the media, get on top of promotion. You know, when a person been away for since 2003 to 2016, man, you know how many cell phones that came out. You know, that's from flip phone to iPhone. That's a long time. And he get right out and get right on top of it. It has to be God sent. Is what I'm saying. It has to be God sent. And that's what I knew. You know, I read between the lines, and between the lines, I saw God between all three of them fingers. And I said, yeah, that's my place. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go and be involved in this. This is my calling. Um, moving on up to skipping past all the negative part, we can sit there and talk about time all we want to, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna kill the time. We're gonna let all them people who did time think about what we just said. The people who ain't did time, they really may not really comprehend that part. And they may, you know, but we're gonna get past that when you came into the mental health field, right?
Hmm.
Tell us a little bit about what you was dealing with in the mental health field, because he's definitely still capable of doing some assistance with the mental health field. So tell them a little bit about what you was doing in mental health.
So in the mental health field, my main job was I was a peer support specialist. But I handled a lot of things with, individual counseling sessions and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Mentoring sessions. I would mentor youth on the weekend. Me and Sean Woods. Um, I would do it myself. Um, Through the week, I would do different sessions with different individuals. I would do sessions with different individuals, throughout the community and things like that. So it kind of gave me a springboard to figure out, that there was a certain need within the community, you know, and we just kind of tapped in to a couple of different areas. I had speaking engagements at different places, things like that. So that kind of opened the doors for certain stuff on my end. Um, and then, like I said, I still use that to a certain degree, even with dealing with the artists,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a mental health aspect to that. And
Right.
I think that's what a lot of artists, they kind of stray away from. They kind of get away from that.
Yeah. They
They
trying to
don't want to
escape
tap.
the mental.
Yeah, they want to tap out, so they create, certain fortresses to where they can say, okay, this is who I'm gonna be today, or this is how I'm gonna be, and it shields a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But that comes with the branding aspect, because too, with that, we have to get in there and really tap into who they are, because
Right.
a lot of artists, they do come on board dealing with a lot of different personal issues, so
Mm-hmm.
we have to kind of tap into that as well,
Right.
and really get to the core of who they want to be as an artist, because we have to uncover that,
Right.
and then once you uncover that, it uncovers a lot about the artist,
Right.
you know. So you start to figure out different things and find out different things, and it kind of helps in the long run.
Right. We have several artists, man. That's artists in the industry in the past and in the future. We got a brilliant artist like Old Dirty Bastard, who he displayed his mental uh, stability live and in public. He said, "Y'all thought y'all won't gonna see me. It's the Old Dirty Cyrus of this shit." And he displayed his mental capabilities in public, and he displayed his mental incapabilities in public. You got artists like DMX, some of the greatest artists, Tupac, Biggie, all of them. Biggie, Suicide. He had a song, "When I Die, fuck it, I want to go to hell, because I'm a piece of shit. It ain't hard to fucking tell." And you got Puff in the background saying, "Chill, big." So it show you some of the greatest in the world deal with mental issues, and rap and music, soul music, rap, rock and roll, whatever kind. The best kind come from the pain. Poetry come from the pain. The best poetry come from the pain.
Hmm.
So you're gonna find some of your best artists that do have mental issues. So this guy right here, tap in. You know what I'm saying? He got both of them. He got all of them. He got promotion. He got branding. He got mental health. He got artist development. He's a one stop shop. One stop shop. And that's what we come to project here on Tottenville TV, is that he a one stop shop. Any guest that we have here, that's what we doing. We come to magnify their name. We come to exalt them and show you who they are. We come to bear the fruits.
Well, see, the thing is too, I'm gonna tap into that. There is no me without the team. You
True.
know,
I
um,
know that.
that's a big. The team is like a big foundation for it all.
Mhm.
Definitely. So I have a great team that I'm surrounded by. Great team of people, men and women. Definitely with from the Limelight team to the King's Eye Vision team to the Envision Worldwide team, like the whole setup, like our whole network is a really dope squad. So big shout out to the team for doing what they do, because like I said, no, it's no one individual that does everything. It's working components.
Mhm.
Everybody plays their part.
Yeah.
And that's one good thing about a team. Like once you know what role you play, then you can be the best at what it is that you do.
True,
You know,
true.
and then from the outside looking in, the people that see that and see y'all moving as a team and as a unit, it gives a heightened sense of awareness to what it is that y'all really have going on, and it makes them want to be a part of it. You know, they see it from the background. You know, it was kind of equivalent of when Golden State was making those runs, or the Bulls back in the day when they was making those runs. When they kept winning those championships, everybody wanted to be a part of the Bulls.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to get traded to the Bulls, be a
Right.
part of that because they knew it was something great.
Mhm.
And that's the same way I feel about, you know, the team that I'm a part of.
Right.
Everybody sees what it is that we're doing from
Yeah.
behind the scenes. They see it, and they even speak on it sometimes when we're not even in the presence of certain,
True
you know.
indeed.
And
Like
so,
myself, and you know, I always say something about the team. You know,
most
I
definitely,
always send my shout out to it because I definitely see a team like the Chicago Bulls back when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? I even see more than that. You know what I'm saying? I see a team and an administration and a promotion out of out of the teams that you um are a part of. You know what I'm saying? I see a team, an active team that's on the floor. I see an active team that's behind the floor, the administration. I see an active team coaching too. You know what I'm saying? So I see a team with the people you affiliated with that's actively on the floor doing all the shows. And then I see a part of that team orchestrating things like a coach.
hmm
And then I see a part of that team on the administration part handling all of the paperwork and everything.
but see, you know, I had to learn that. Like I had to learn that the hard way because you know one thing about it is you can't come into it thinking that you know everything. So I
Right.
had to learn and be taught certain aspects
Hold on.
on.
Pause. Young people out here that want to be good in this industry, pay attention right here. Because this is the fruit, what he getting ready to tell you. You're going to think you can do things without people, but this is not pickup ball. This is not pickup ball. This is organized gaming. Go ahead.
You know, I had to learn how to do certain things because I didn't know how to do a lot of things. But you know, like I said, I had a real strong mentor that
Right.
taught me how to do. Hey, look, this is how this is to be done. Make sure you do it like this, because if you do it any other way, it's not going to work.
Right.
You know, make sure you do it like this. We have a blueprint. If you follow the blueprint, everything's going to go like it's supposed to.
Right.
The moment you step outside the blueprint, you're going to fall off.
Mhm.
And you know, it's been situations to where that's been so instilled in me, you know, over the past couple of years. Nobody can really throw me off that course, off
Right.
that
Right.
solid blueprint, because this was the blueprint from the beginning, and it works. So if it's
Mhm.
worked, I'm not going to add anything to it. I'm not going to take nothing away from it.
Right.
I'm going to stay in my lane, play my position, do what I need to do, because we're winning.
Right.
You know, if we're winning and we're winning consistently, why should I change it?
Right.
You
Like
know,
you gonna do a fancy win or something? You ain't
and
gonna do that.
and with that, you know, one good thing about it is, like I said, you know, our team leader, you know, Stephanie Caddick, she encourages everyone to build their own brand up. And so, even with my team at King's Eye Vision, big shout out to Ree and Angela, you know, that
Shout
support
out
cast there,
Ray.
in their positions. Like, I trinkle those same things down. Same thing that was taught to me, I put to them.
Right.
You see what
Right.
I'm saying? Different ideas and stuff like that. Even with the team over at Envision, same thing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if something seems a little off kilter, or if I have an opinion about something, or I think that it should be done a certain way, you know, I'll put it out there. That doesn't necessarily mean it has to be agreed upon, but I'm only putting out there what I know works.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to suggest anything that doesn't work.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the whole
No
purpose.
guesses. It ain't gonna be no
No,
guesswork.
you can't. You can't.
That's
It's impossible.
that's another thing I want to put out to people too. No guesswork. It ain't no guessing. You know, I got on my kids for guessing. When I say what is 9 plus 97, and they say I think no. Don't you think no? And if you don't know, say I don't know, and wait for teaching. don't guesswork, you know.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like we're building a solid core. Um, we're on the ground running right now with King's Eye Vision, and the the big three is what I'm definitely going to coin it. Myself, Angela, and Ree.
Yeah, the
That
big three.
core, that core right there is definitely boots on the ground, and we're working hands on with the artists that are coming to us for the branding aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? And pushing them on. And so, yeah, that's just where I'm at right now.
hmm so from the looks of it, like, and I can say this myself, you know, Stephanie been my coach
Hmm.
for a couple of days, you know, and then in that couple of days of coaching, I got turned into the mogul. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
let me stop you real quick.
okay,
Pause real quick. Boy just chimed in. Sean was big shout out to Sean
peace,
was and
peace,
Live
peace,
Water.
brother.
Big shout out to Live Water out
Yeah.
there. We got to get up. We got to get up, bro.
Shout out live, alkaline water. Get that if you want to live. Period. Live alkaline water. Shout out Sean the Witness Woods. Sean the Witness Woods. SHAUN. Quote unquote witness quote Woods. Ain't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Shout out Sean Woods. We shout out Sean Woods on Tottenville TV every time. You know, but shout out Sean Woods. You can pull up if you like.
Sooner than later.
All right.
But nah, for real, like, man, I can't even really express. And you know what's crazy? People probably get tired of hearing me say Stephanie Cadigan when I do my interviews. But the thing about it is, they don't understand.
She don't get tired.
Nah, she can't. Like, it's no
She
days
don't
off.
get tired.
And they don't understand like what she has done for my career. And
Right.
being under her mentorship.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Being mentored by someone like her is like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
That's right.
And
That's right.
very few people get that opportunity.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So being mentored under her allowed me to get put in a position, or to be in a position to where now I'm running my own company.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? It's not taken away from any other company that I'm working with. She taught me how to be a boss. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
And I'm applying those same strategies, those same rules, those same blueprints to build my empire. You see what I'm saying? Along with her, like, so we're rising together. And it's a team.
But
you know what I'm saying? No one's excluded. If you want it, you're gonna win. If you don't want it, stay on the sideline, do what you do. And sometimes, the crazy thing about it is you have players that don't play all year long, but they're part of the team and they still get a ring. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, what are you taking from that experience? What are you learning doing that process? Because it's going to come a point where it's going to be your time. So are you going to be ready when it's your time to step up and get in the game? You got rings 3 years back to back. Now this is your year, because all the rest of the players, it's time for you to go. Time for you to do what you got to do. So that's pretty much where I'm at, man. So like I said, people probably get tired of hearing Stephanie Cadigan come out my mouth every time I get on the radio or on the interview, but they gonna keep hearing it.
right.
They go
Till you die and beyond.
They gonna keep.
Because I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna keep saying it. Shout out Stephanie Cadigan. Look at these shades, man. Who does this? And then, I mean, this is Temples and Bridges. Look it up. Temples and Bridges. The fly shades I had in my life. Real talk. I keep them put up, man, and I protect them because they that fly for me.
You already know it, Alexis. Our whole team lit.
Shout
out to Alexis over there too, Limelight and the Coalition DJs, man. Big shout out.
Say it again, one more time.
Alexis with Limelight and the Coalition DJs. She is the general manager over the DMV area for the Coalition
Alexis,
DJs.
we went to meet. Alexis. Oh yeah, I remember Alexis.
Yeah. So big shout
Alexis, I met her at the party that me and Stephanie did. Yeah, shout out Alexis. Shout out, baby. I remember you. And you was on point, ready just like a warrior, like Stephanie is and the whole team is. So now break down this top three. Tell us what each section does.
As far as my team is concerned with King's Eye Vision,
Right. King's Eye Vision, Limelight, and what's the other one you said?
Envision Worldwide.
Envision Worldwide. Break this down for the people so they can know what's available to them and what's being put together for them.
You know, with King's Eye Vision, we do branding and development. So we pretty much just work on your brand, your image, you know, building up your platform on different medias, you know, be it social media, and just really developing a nice, solid blueprint in preparation for the development stages, you know what I'm saying, of the artist's career. We also do promotional packages and things like that. We have access to different podcasts where we can set you up with interviews, different things of that nature. And that's where we are. I have my brand advisor, which is Ree. Um, she's chimed in on one of my social medias here.
Peace, Ree. Peace, Ree.
And I also have the co-CEO, which is Angela, which is, you can follow her on IG at NCDiva78, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely chime in with her. She's the co-CEO. Rhea is my brand advisor and stylist. Yeah, and like that's the team. Okay, she's here. That's the team right there.
Rhea is my brand advisor and stylist as well. Thank you, Rhea.
But yeah, but then we do have some players behind the scenes, who I'm not going to name, but they already know who they are, so I don't have to put that out there. Definitely two important components that's behind the scenes behind King's Eye Vision. So big ups to them as well. Limelight Records.
Hold on, before you leave King's Eye Vision. I want to say something about my synopsis of the name and the name itself. It says a King's Eye Vision, right? And you know, I thought that was dope from the time you named it that, right? I thought you had been walking in my head while I'm sleep, stealing stuff. You know what I'm saying? I said, this dude, King's Eye Vision. All right, break this down. King's Eye Vision. If you're gonna have the vision of a king's eye, how you gonna do better than that? You know, I mean, tell me, a person walking around with 2 feet, how can he get better than a king's eye vision? And not only did he didn't just say king's vision, he said a king's eye vision. That's getting in depth with the king's eye itself and the vision.
It's a funny story how that was not even a funny story. It's a when I got thrown into the photography aspect, I came up with that name after my first photo shoot, first ever photo shoot that I did for somebody, and you know, I was going through Facebook and somebody was talking about like the different ideas and views that you can have being a photographer, and the comment that I made was, it's different when you're on the other side of the lens. You see things that the person that you're taking pictures of can't see.
True.
You know, and because, you know, in your mind's eye, it was just something totally different. And that's where, like, I'm a king. I'm a natural born king.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's not always that physical eye that you're seeing stuff. You see what I'm saying? You're not necessarily.
Some of it come from deep.
It comes from here and here.
Yeah, you can smell some of it. You don't see some of it. Some of it you can smell and feel.
It was that vision. You know what I'm saying? So it was that unique vision. Is the ability to see things that other people couldn't see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what makes it so great when you're branding, because you have to pretty much, you have a blank canvas, and you have to put it together. You have to put all the pieces together, and it's working parts. You know what I'm saying? So you have to put those things together and definitely put that out there.
You have to be a king at it.
Most definitely.
Yeah, because a king watches it. He's the caretaker of his people. A king is the caretaker of his people, regardless if some people are bad seeds or good seeds or reckless seeds or whatever. A king still has to take care of his people, regardless of their thoughts and the way that they want to go. He has to do what's best for them, regardless if they don't know what's best for them. And so with the photography, I'm gonna just go on and touch this. Me and fam Tottenville was talking about how we gonna do this photo shoot, how we gonna do it, and I said, let him do it. You know what I'm saying? Let him do it. We ain't gonna do nothing. He came to do this. He the king's eye. You know what I'm saying? I believe a king's eye. You know, I believe a king's eye. I'm a king myself. I know what I do in the field that I do it in, and I expect people to trust me to do it in that field. So for all those that don't trust a king, if you see a king, if you hear people call him a king, you maybe should take advice from a king. You know, so me respecting you as a fellow king and what you came to do, I advise Cuz that we should let you do it, period. And then immediately, him being a king, knowing I'm a king, and respecting you as a king, he was like, "You right. We need to let him do it."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let him do it. Just do whatever he tell us to do. And that's another thing I want to say to all my fellow kings out there. Don't ever underestimate your brother king, man. Don't ever underestimate them. Everybody have to play a role. Like my brother Lamont Brown just said, everybody got a role, and you need to respect your king if he respect your brother king if he oversteps you on something and said no, we need to do it this way. Then you maybe need to be quiet and check it and see is he thinking better in this department because he definitely had the capability to do so because he a king. Yeah.
True indeed. So then we go into Limelight Records, Limelight Artist Management.
Right.
Um, with that said, oh man, we offer everything, artist development, management. Um, we're really focusing on the record label right now, which is some things that I can't speak on, but that's definitely some things in the work. We are working with some artists currently that are on deck. Some of them are going through the development process. You know,
So
building.
keep following Limelight Records. Make sure y'all follow Limelight Records because he just said there's some things you can't speak on, but y'all gotta follow to get them. You gotta watch it like TV.
And then the development. We're real heavy on the development factor. Branding and development. Branding and development. A lot of artists come in and automatically say, "Hey, look, we want a manager. Hey, we want to do this," but they don't have their paperwork together. They don't have their image together. They don't have their brand together. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you come in thinking you have it all put together, only to find out after a consultation that you don't.
Right.
Then comes the next step. Okay, where do we go from here? So we offer. We have a media team with Booming on the Block. We have different marketing teams.
Booming on the block.
Yeah, Booming on the Block with Tisha Ray.
With Booming on the Block with Tisha Ray. Keep on looking.
So of course, the photography and stuff is done through King's Eye Vision. So it's an interlocked network, and it's a system, and it's a well fit system.
Form like Voltron.
Most definitely.
Wow.
And then we mentor the artists and get them where they need to be and get them ready. What I'm saying, to do what they need to do. So big ups to the whole Limelight team. And then we have Envision Worldwide. Envision Worldwide, I'm the marketing advisor for them. Big shout out to the Envision team. Same thing. Offer everything from branding, artist development, lifestyle counseling.
Right.
It's a whole lifestyle, health and lifestyle management department. Videography. They got videographers that can put in the work. They got graphic designers over there with the team. So it's a tight knit circle of people. Yet again forming like Voltron.
True.
So we're currently working with some artists right now, taking them through the development stages. Got a couple of projects that's being worked on.
Okay, so you say you play what part in Vision Worldwide?
I'm the marketing advisor.
Marketing advisor.
Mm-hmm.
What part do you play in Limelight Records?
I'm CEO, COO, and also I do the branding, brand ambassador, photographer.
Man with many hats. Now, what are you with King's Eye Vision?
CEO.
CEO. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Pay attention now. Pay attention. If you paid attention to Kanye West, You need to pay attention to him. If you paid attention to Dame Dash, any of those people need to pay attention to him. If you paid attention to Master P, pay attention to him because he doing the footwork. He doing the work. He's sweating out here. He putting in the work. A lot of people put in the money. He putting the work in. He putting the work in and his money too, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to that because he putting hands on with it, man.
You can't forget about the sacrifice though, because everybody's made sacrifices somewhere along the lines.
Right.
You know, be it leaving where you stay to relocate,
True indeed.
you know, quitting a job, whatever the case may be. Everybody made some type of sacrifice to do this. So it's not just on us or just about us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely not about the money. You know, that's where a lot of people get confused because if it was about getting rich overnight, I would have been doing this or been thought about whatever this is. But that's not the case. It's not a get rich quick type of thing. This is something that you have to do because you love what you do.
True indeed.
If you don't love what you do, if you don't love this right here, then you're definitely in the wrong. You're in the wrong field.
If you're doing it for a return, like you're playing the lottery, you are in the wrong field.
Yeah, because it's not going to come like you want it.
I can agree to that because I have sacrificed the most money and time in this type of business that I have in any type of business I invest in. I lost the most money and time in that so far, but I expect the biggest return off of this that I expect out of anything. And this return doesn't have a definite date.
No.
Only my heart desires that date any day now. My heart desires this date for us to be on top any day now. Every day I wake up, I don't feel like I have months. I feel like it can happen today. Every day it can happen today, and I just put in that work. I push all my coins in, and I just expect it to happen any day. And it's hard to explain to people who it's hard to explain that to people who don't have that same vision. I'm not going to say to people who don't understand because I often have arguments with people when I say, you don't understand my dream, so I want to get away from that.
That's the thing about it. It's not for them to understand. It's not for everybody to see things how you see things. That's why it's your vision. That's why it's your dreams. You see what I'm saying? Like if everybody was on the same page and if I could see, I think that's what makes our team unique. You see what I'm saying? Because like we see the overall vision of what's going to happen down the road and what we're working towards.
Right.
And we trust that of one another.
Group of visionaries.
So if you didn't have that trust within the team, say, hey, look, I see it. That's why we're a team, because we all have the same idea on where we want to go. It's only those that don't have that same aspiration or goal setting or whatever it is that they want to do. They're going to stand on the outside and say, nah, I don't really see what you see. Right. I don't think that's going to be what it's supposed to be.
If you my A alike, we'll be alike. That means we see alike. If you ain't get that, rewind it. If you my A alike, we'll be alike. That means we see alike. These is what they say, rule of the thumb that I was taught from young. If it's your A alike, y'all gonna be alike, and y'all gonna most likely see alike. And if you don't see alike, then y'all not alike, and he's not your A alike. It's cold, it hurts, but don't stray from that type of thinking. All right, so now we went through the three businesses. So that now I want to know what type of advice would you give to a young man? Now we're gonna go back to your time, 2002. It's 2002. It's 2002, a year before you left us for a while, right? What kind of advice would you give to a 2002 young man in the same mind frame you was in? What kind of advice would you give him right now to save him all of those years?
Go home.
Plain and simple. Go home now, boy.
If you understand it, you understand
it. Right. Go home.
Because just in those 2 words, that says a lot.
I love it, man.
So if you understand it, you understand it. I don't even really need to say nothing else.
Young man, go home.
Go home.
Wait till tomorrow, and if it happen again, go home again. Go home again. Go home. Every time it get hectic or funny, get you a ride home and think it from right there. Cause that's what I would tell them too. You know, out of all the situations I'd have been in, man, every time I went home and reset, everything was all right.
And if home ain't that safe haven, you got cousins, you got aunts, you got uncles. Go somewhere.
Right.
Go somewhere other than where you at right now. Go somewhere and sit down.
Okay. I love that, man. Go home.
I think that you know what? That's a mic drop. That's an old mic drop right there.
I should have said that for the end, man. I should have said that for the end, bro.
That's an old mic drop. Yeah.
But you know, man, we love all our people, man. Look, we all are here for y'all, man. You know, we got 3 systems running right here. King's Eye Vision. Name.
King's Eye Vision, Limelight Records, Limelight Artist Management, and Envision Worldwide LLC.
Man, this is like the social service, social security. I mean, come on, man. What else are you asking us to do? I mean, they blew up Black Wall Street. We can't do that anymore. So what we doing now, we making it be all over everywhere. They can't shoot a missile everywhere. And we are everywhere. The systems that this man a part of is setting up a system for us to thrive. This is the new Black Wall Street. It is up to date now, though. It is up to date and is protected by the movement. It is protected by keep it moving, and keep on doing and stacking whatever you're doing. Keep stacking what you're doing, and also keep spreading yourself. You know, keep planting seeds. Like everywhere you are every day, your breath can create 10 more people like you. 10 more people like you. If you go out 10 days and you do the same, and you push the same energy out, and you walk out 10 days, and if every day you can produce 10 people like yourself, then in 10 days you got 100 people like you, and who know where all of those people are? Nobody don't know where all those people are. Some of those people don't even come into public. Some don't use social media. You can't get rid of everybody. So just keep producing, man. Keep pushing. Keep believing in the people who got real fruits. Don't believe in those people who thinking. Anybody tell you they think, and scratch them off the list. Deal with the people who know, and people who practice knowing, people who practice facts over feelings. That's why I deal with my brother right here, man. My brother deal with facts over feelings. He don't deal with feelings or what he think. He ain't gonna send me in the way that he think, that he ain't checked to make sure I'm safe in, you know. So that's why I put it all on him. I put it in, take it, bro. Okay, I believe you. Cause I know his practices. It ain't, I don't have to know his results. I know that he practiced facts. And I like to roll with people like that. And I advise all the youth to roll with people who practice facts. I advise all the adults to roll with people who practice facts. I would advise all the old people is finna retire to deal with people who talking facts. Because you retired and you still ain't gonna give it $100 and some dollars. You gotta go back to work. And you believe that, man, since you was 20 some years old. And look at you. My grandma doing it. All of them did. And they had to go to work. They believed the person. But yeah, I ain't gonna take them on that downside. It's sad.
But before I go, definitely give a shout out to the whole King's Eye Vision team, Reese, Lil Ree, and Angela. Big ups. Big shout out to the Limelight Squad over there. Stephanie, Lexus.com, Ja, the whole Limelight team. You know, just everybody. It's a lot. Shout out to Boomin' on the Block. Shout out to the Envision Worldwide team, Lee, Keitho, Soph, the whole team, Austin,
Mm-hmm.
Frazier, like the whole team.
So
It's just like I'm in an award show naming off people. Thank everybody. I
Word
like to
up.
thank everybody.
Shout out to Black Wall Street 2021.
But
It
yeah,
starts here.
big shout out to Tottenville TV for having me. Definitely, is going to be some beautiful things on the horizon. We definitely got that photo shoot out the way today. So,
True,
Ree, you heard
true.
that we got the photo shoot out the way. So,
Right. And
out the way today.
and we're gonna do
It's a
another
good
one before we leave here too, Reed. So I'm gonna make your work hard, Reed, because I'm gonna be fly. If you gonna make me fly, then I'm gonna get. I mean, I like to see it. Let's go. I'm ready, because I'm gonna be really high wings if you can make me fly, then I'm gonna be, you know. But anyway, shout out to that whole team, shout out to our team, man. Shout out Rock, Bop, 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 Shots Fired. Shout out Tottenville TV, you know what time it is. Shout out you know what the fuck going on.com. Shout out Brotherhood 101. Shout out content creators. Shout out D Shaw. Shout out Sean Woods. Sean the Witness Woods one more time. J2, Yam for Me, Young Ambitious Niggas Finding Avenues. Shout out to Portia Russell with Sharp Swag and all that. All this is family, and really the whole world our family. Anybody who is got the same ambition and trials that we have, these same people who want to gather as our family so we can pull up out of this rut. Anybody in the struggle is our family. So shout out all of those people. Shout out Dre Swagger, classic. I'm gonna do that classic photo shoot soon. Shout out B Cobb, Mercy Life. Mercy Life, look it up. Brandon Cobb, Mercy Life. Shout out, did I say D Shaw? I did. The Ghost Producer. Heads Up. Shout out S&D. Family Styles and Cuts. Come on through, get the cut. I'm a barber up there. I'll be styling you up. Who else we got? Shout out Mama. Eloise. You did this. Blame Eloise, y'all. If y'all don't like it. If y'all hate, blame Eloise. Because she did it and she ain't going to stop doing it. And I ain't either. Shout out 40 Cows. Shout out OSN Benji. Shout out Cedar Mode. Shout out all of the artists out here in our area who know what they got to do, man. Keep on pushing. Don't never stop. Don't never stop because we behind you. Even when we don't do nothing physically to show you, we constantly think about you. Me and Titan up here in Titanville, this is what we do. We sat back in the lab like the Wizard of Oz, and we try to construct the things in Titanville. So, Titanville gonna be beautiful. So if you know where Titanville at, then you're in a good place if you're there. So that's how it is, man.
Stuff.
All right. All right. Thank y'all for coming out tonight, baby. We appreciate that, y'all. Come on back.
And all my crystals real.
Those are real crystals, formulated by the earth naturally.
Yeah, I don't do jewelry, man. I do crystals. All my crystals real.
Yeah, my little Casio real too. You can't find it online. Can't find it online. That's a throwback. Knight Rider wrote this. Michael Knight. Kit called him on this thing. Yo. Peace.